Hi, welcome to Beat Physics. In this video, we're going to be talking about a handful of strategies that are going to help you maximize the amount of points you can get for the multiple choice section for the AP Physics 1 exam. Now, it takes a lot of deep content knowledge, but also the strategies you implement is going to vastly affect the amount of points you're able to score. Now, we have 50 questions and a 90-minute time period, which means you have 1 minute and 48 seconds per question. Now, should you be counting 108 seconds per question? That's way too time consuming and a waste of energy. So what I would do is I'd chunk it up into 3 sections. On average, you want to finish about 17 questions per every 30 minutes. So I wouldn't be checking the clock every 5, 6, 7 minutes. What I would do is after every half an hour, take a look at how many questions you finished. And if you finished about 17, then you're on pace. Now, if you're a little under, then obviously you want to speed it up just a little bit. And if you're over, then I would say keep up the pace if you're at a comfortable pace, and then maybe circle questions and then come back to them later on. But my main pacing strategy would definitely be to check out how many questions you finished every 30 minutes, and hopefully you'll be at about 17, 34, and then about 50 at the end. Secondly, a great strategy to implement is write everything that is being described in the problem and show all your work. Now, for the multiple choice section, people aren't going to naturally show a lot of work because you're not being scored for the work that you're showing. But the more that you write, especially formulas, that's going to help cue you in and help you visualize different ideas. So you want to draw numbers, vectors, write formulas, write out as much as you possibly can in that reasonable amount of time so that you'll be able to see visually everything that's being described in the problem. Now, as I said before, formulas is one of the big ones. So it's not necessarily something that just calculates a final numerical solution, but something that connects all the variables for a given concept. So you want to make sure that if it's describing something like work or kinetic energy or the period of a spring, take that formula, write it down, and that way, as they're talking about the different ideas associated with it, you're going to visually be able to see how all those variables are connected. Next, a great multiple choice strategy is to read the question carefully and then come up with the solution first. If you start reading the answer choices, it might make you stray away from your initial thoughts. So you want to think of the solution and correct ideas first, and then try to align it with one of the answer choices and choose the one that aligns with your thoughts the best. Now, if you're reading a question and you're completely stuck, what I would definitely do then is read the answer choices and definitely use the process of elimination and eliminate as many answer choices as possible. In fact, I would use the process of elimination with just about every question because it's not time consuming and it helps you save some mental energy by crossing out some answer choices and focusing on ones that align with the correct solution. Lastly, be aware that each question requires a deep content knowledge, which means that you have to not only learn the content, but apply it in several different settings with activities, labs, and worksheets. So as you're reviewing, keep in mind, you don't want to just breeze through ideas. You want to know the why and how everything works to really get that deep content knowledge. Now, if you take a look at this diagram that I'm about to show you, this clearly depicts what the average person views for the AP Physics 1 multiple choice questions and what they actually look like. Now, as you can see, the questions are going to be a little bit tougher than you thought. So what I would do is, just like I said earlier, make sure you read the question carefully. Don't take it at surface level because there's probably a little bit more to be analyzed. So what you want to do is, again, write out everything, write out formulas, show vectors, show numerical values, draw diagrams, and then thoroughly think through all the concepts before picking a solution because a lot of them really require you to dig deep to find the answer. Now, to sum things up, what you want to do is you definitely want to get in a thorough amount of review weeks or possibly even months before the test. But let's be honest, you're probably not going to do review months in advance. So we'll say weeks. So weeks in advance, start checking out that review and then practice as much as possible. But make sure you practice official AP type questions, which means don't look at surface level questions or questions that are quick calculations. You want to take a look at official AP practice tests given by your teacher or stuff from AP Classroom. If you want to take a look at some more documents and practice, take a look at document below in the description. The document below in the description has a bunch of different things. It has review videos, it has more tips, and it has some links to some areas where you can get a little bit more practice. But definitely get that test-like practice in. Think about those strategies, try to implement them as much as possible, maximize those points, and get the best score possible. So I hope that was helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.